5 minutes early.
Lovely Diana, rain with magic, death inducer. Darkest dreams come true, kisses for you. Her arrows darken the sky, a flight of ravens flying through. Ophir harp, dark lord melody shining through. Death inducer, raining blood, bite your lip. Bellissima in the vampire dress, cracking leather whips. Rain with your magic. Hail Satan, spells of Lucifer. Hail Satan, captain of the wheel. Hail Satan, the lake of fire is clear. Sing the muse. Rain with magic, death inducer. Darkest dreams come true, kisses for you. Goat head soup, it's magic. You can have a giant rubber devil in a tight dress. Whiplash. Do androids dream of electric sheep? Mr. Sandman with the hot purple anointing cream. It knocks him out. The drugs weigh a ton. Snow blonde, do your makeup. Girl, be my private dancer. Hecate says I'm her main squeeze. Lucifer the light bearer. Myrtle of Venus.
Welcome back to Renaissance Portal here today. Oh God, I think I'm gonna have something for you to love. I really do. Thank you for coming, right? Thank you for coming. And I want to give you something gorgeous. I want to give you something gorgeous. Now, if the wind is too much, Satanic Congregation, I want you to say, hey, the wind is too loud, and we can make adjustments because we're flying here in the Falcon. I love it. I love it. What's that? Oh, fantastic. Any problems with audio or video, please let us know. Please let us know. Hail Satan, indeed. It's good to see everyone out on a Sunday. Isn't it weird? On a Sunday, here we are. But I want to talk. I want to talk with you about some of this gorgeous stuff that it's just waiting to come. Just waiting to come. Some Imperial cold. This is stuff you've never seen. This is stuff that a couple of months ago on the big show of somebody hoo-ha, they said, it's ridiculous. The emperors are using drugs. How ridiculous. Well, today I've got the text for you, and I've got a whole roundup of cult goodies, and I'm just going to throw it out there in front of you. But before I do, I want to set the right tone, and I want you to have the original. Wait, or enough. Did we give? I know we're early a couple of minutes here. We'll give people 2 more minutes. We'll give them 2 more minutes. If you're coming in now, we started a little bit early. Just file in now. I'm going to give everybody instructions. Please, Satanic Congregation, listen to my instructions. Listen to my instructions. Put your volume on its highest setting. Okay? Put your volume on its highest setting. I'm going to lower my voice a little bit because I don't want to give you a hard time. I need you, if you're wearing earphones, I need you to put it on the highest setting. I want it to be giving you little messages that say, you shouldn't play things that loud. You're going to hurt your ears. What I have for you is the full ritual on this Sunday, this Renaissance Resurrection Sunday, as we open a portal. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I gave you some time. Are you ready for this? This is the entire ritual. Hit it, Chewy. Gorgeous. Fantastic. Absolutely gorgeous, right? Now, to those of you who said this was not real, um, the Son of God wanted me to tell you it's very real. Very real. What you're hearing is the magic of the strings. You're hearing the magic of the strings. And this dithyrambic thunder is what accompanies the horror. It's what accompanies the horror. Oh, God. Right? Oh, do you feel it? It's readjusting. It's readjusting. Isn't it glorious? Oh, God. Now, what I want to do is I want to take you to a place that you have never been. And I know you haven't been because nobody goes there. This is the ancient mystery rite that was performed by the emperors. I'm going to be showing you. A couple of months ago, people said, oh, this man's a fool. This man, wait, what was it about farting in the networks? I farted. Oh, and then, hang on, leave that up for a minute. Thank you, Pan. I fart in the New Yorkers' ears that were offended by Chewy's artworks. That's so very nice. You know what? I would like to say something along the same lines as this message, you know what I mean? And that is to the interviewer, Julian, who had on some hack for an expert of Roman history, who laughed at the idea that the emperors were involved with drugs, much less drugs ritual. My God, what are they doing in this imperial cult? And people laugh. So I just want to say, Julian, I just came to New York. Yeah. And made sweet love to your lady. I made sweet love to her, Julian. It was absolutely gorgeous. I appreciate you being asleep at the wheel, buddy. Fantastic. Thank you, New York. Remember me. Fantastic. It's all about the drugs. You know what I mean? Where do you think that mojo is coming from? I'm going to show you some sacred text right now. This should make you all jittery on the inside because I have some sacred text for you that I'm going to bring. And I'll be bringing you more of the new music as the priest of Apollo delivers it to me. Now, before we get started with the esoteric, because I'm going to show you this text and it's going to blow your mind. I know you're going to love it. I will have soon an agent. I will have soon an agent from Satanic Congregation, particularly from my core of students, so that it's somebody that I know I can trust, right? People who have completed the intensive Greek course, right? I will have an agent in your midst, and this agent will assist me in setting up a tour which will very much be like a tour of an album, right? It'll be Almond's album. Fantastic. And of course it will have Chewy component, right? But what I need to do is I need to come to your community and I need to bring this antichristing to you very publicly. There's a problem though, people. Security. Now, I cannot stay at your home. No, I cannot. For just the propriety's sake, you know what I mean? There's two things from the beginning that the missionary journey cannot include. This is in the satanic contract, people. Right? So we can't blow it here. Right? Those two things are fame and romance. It's got to have nothing to do with any of this, right? And as everybody knows, as a paid, Satanist, I can't take any money. I receive my payment in the form of the vision of the naughty bathing virgin. Absolutely glorious from antiquity. If you know, the prophet's eyes are blind because of that vision. So people like to think about the echidna, and they also like to think about the Athana, the immortal one, she who is immortal. And the prophet sees her bathing and loses his sight. But in compensation for that loss of sight, he now knows the beyond, right? He becomes the prophet. Oh, God, these people. What kind of drugs were they on? Let me show you. I'm glad that you I'm glad that you asked that. I'll be contacting an agent. People, I want you to be thinking about how to come to your people. I won't be charging, but I need like a place to stay that's legit, that, I can be by myself and secure, and I can come to the community and give you exactly what you need with a venue, right? With some kind of venue. I don't care if it's, 200 years old and tiny, right? Or if it's something larger, right? That can accommodate people. This has to be legitimate, right? Legitimate. Everything on the top. Again, I don't make cash, right? I don't make any profit. I'm just coming to you to give you this gorgeous information. And hopefully by then, we can start using the results of our experiments on you to verify that we do have a good, strong connection. People love it. Hotel, motel, right? Right. Here we go. This is not that no-tell, right? No greed, no lies, people. Just a text. Look at that. People get it. Thank you, Dustin, for saying that or writing that in a way that is perfect. Love the congregation. Love this, by the way. And I hope people enjoy the whole Ukrainian invitation. I hope people are enjoying that, because I would like to take the beauty of Greek to the people who would appreciate it the most. You know what I mean? Must be a people. I would like to go back to where the Amazonians ruled. I would like to go back to those Scythian tribes and see the souls of those people. But in the modern world, that's what I'd like. Wherever that is, we need to go. So you who are out there, and by the way, a former student of mine, please get back in touch with me. Thank you very much. Who understands, who's been there. Fantastic. What are we going to look at today? I'm going to show you a peek into something you've never seen. Nobody else has. Neither of these bozos like Julian and his mock experts, you know what I mean? Selling you bullshit. How many people have paid for Lady Babylon? How many? Wait, what? Zero? We ought to, what we ought to do? We ought to give chats. We ought to sell chats, you know what I mean? But they're insulting chats. Whatever thing you want to say, we cast it down into eternal darkness. Fantastic. We don't play those games here. It's all for you, isn't it? Right? It's all for you. Zero. Now, I got to be able to get there and all that. So I'm going to have an agent, and I'm going to say, here, it's my agent. And she will arrange it. Right? I've already picked her mentally. Do you know who you are? Fantastic. Chewy, hit me with the first. Oh, I can't hit you with. This is screen sharing, people. I want to show you something. You're going to love this. Oh, God, this one happens to be up front. Look, people, I just want you to see what the hell this is, right? This is Galen. And I want you to see the word that is highlighted, antidotes, right? Does everybody see antidote there? It's the antidotes of Julius Gallus. Oh God, famous people used by the Caesar. Look what it says. It says literally, with which Caesar symphonos. Caesar, the Caesar, was symphonic. Symphonic. Isn't that cool? These nerds, these total nerds. It's so glorious, people. Look at that in the second to last line. Right? Hey, Caesar symphonos. What's Caesar doing? What's Caesar doing? And Julius Gallus is somebody that Galen quotes a lot, and he's involved in a war, an Eastern War, big deal, fighting for Augustus, right? And what does this say? It says Augustus is using the drug, the antidote. Look at the bottom line. Poiusa prostathanasima. Making it against the thanasima. What are those things? Right? And anybody remember? Those are the death dealers in the cults. In the cults. So what's it say after that? Kaiobola. And the ones that are using the eos, whether those are arrows or whether those are used in rites. The thanasima are used in rites. Now, what did I just show you? Augustus. Put me against your mat. Your mats are good, Chewy. Augustus is doing what? He's prepping. He's not prepping himself. He's having his arch physician prep for him the drugs that you need to enter into the death rites with. This is Augustus Caesar. You mean Augustus Caesar was part of a cult? Was part of a cult of death? And I'm going to ask you this for everything you've heard so far, exactly the purple, right? And thank you, by the way, to the member of the congregation who worked with a Turkish professor and got the purple for me. My God, what a gift, man. What a gift. What a gift. Send me an email if I may catch you on there. Fantastic. I'll show people next Lady Babylon this coming Wednesday or Friday. I'll show you the purple right from the Murex. You're going to love it. Absolutely love it. Yes, the purple, right? Right. Cyphus ignitus. Right? Exactly. You got it. All right. Now, what is that one talking about? Flash that one up one more time. Oh, God, it's me. It's me, right? I'm flying in this thing today. Here we go, people. I only have a couple of these. Now, watch this, people. Those Ebola as well. That's just the use of these very dangerous toxins, right? That we're involved in. And the antidote, right, of Julius Gallus, that's being used. Isn't that nice? Now, I want you to look at that word antidote. And for any of you Greeklings out there, you said, wait a minute, the relative pronoun that follows is in the wrong gender. That looks like a masculine word. No, people. It is a masculine word. It's also a feminine word, and it's a neuter word. It's very strange, but it's one of these special words in ancient Greek that has all gender. Antidote. Love it. Love it. Okay. Now watch this. I'm going to give you another one. Now, what else are they doing in these cults, people? What else? Nobody's going to show you this. I guarantee. You think any of these half-wits? Seriously, you think any of these half-wits on any of the... Shrink me down. Get you. There you go. You think any of these half-wits on any of the YouTube shows? Do you think these morons... Oh, God. If you can't stand the training, man, get out of the kitchen. Here we go. Here's Galen's work on antidotes, right? Isn't that nice? It says, what is an antidote? Yeah, what is the antidote, right? That's what we're going to be looking at. What else are we going to be looking at? We're going to be looking at Pothen Tengenison. Where does the theriac have its origin? Yeah. Now watch this. For those of you who like the Greek, I don't know if I can go down. And is it showing my cursor down here? Okay, people, look at my little cursor here. I know it's tiny to see. Okay. Look at the third line. Look, this is typical Galen, right? Now, for anybody who's watching this who's a pretender, and I'm talking about people like Wes Huff, if you're watching this right now, I know you can't read this. I know you can't read it, right? But that's pretty funny. But people, here's one of the reasons somebody like Wes wouldn't be able to read this. Look what Galen does. You know how I like to start at the end of the sentence? There's a reason I do that. Look what Galen's done. He's put the subject at the very last. Because it's a position of power. It leaves you off with the feeling that everything that you've been through, that climactic orgasmic face, is the word at the end of the line. You're going to remember that it's the doctors. Okay. But all we got to do is read backwards. Onomadzusen, they call what? They call the antidotes, right? Those things not taken externally, but those things that enter the body. Okay. And they have the power to cure the pathological state. Do you understand me? Those are antidotes, he says. And he says there are 3 different types of them. Some of them are the ones that are used for the thanasimon, the death inducers. These are the theriacs. They pair with the death inducers. Did you people think I was making this up? Right? Some of them are the ones that are used for that gather their names from those ioboloi, those poison casting processes, whether you're getting bit or whether somebody's hit you with an arrow with these toxins on it. That's one group. And another group is those that come from that which compels you in the state of your diet that is crappy, right? And pathological, those that they use in those situations to overcome your pathology. So as medicine, straight up, oh God. Hello? Are we still there? I can't see my... Oh, I'm not even on screen, am I? I'm just going to leave it right there. Okay. Pathological state. So did everybody get that? You're taking these things for the sake of combining the thanasimon, the death-inducing drugs that they're using in the cults, right? And for the sake of animal treating stings, poisonous intervention, right? That kind of thing. And also for the treatment of your crappy diet, whether it be your lifestyle plus your diet that has put you into a crappy state and you need some of these drugs, right, to get you out of it. That's the theriac, right? That's what it's called, the theriac. Look at the line above 2 here. Epangelontai. There's going to be an evangelism. I'm going to evangelize you people as to the uses of this theriac. And he goes in to talk to you about a little history of the theriac. And how it was modified over time. And how this dude named Mithridates was so interested, just like we know Attalus was, right? And what did he want Mithridates? Just go down to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 line from the bottom at the end. Espelsen Imperian Echen Hapanton Schedon Ton Haplon Pharmacon. This guy wanted experience of all of those drugs. And he wanted to know that which is antidetacti, that which is placed as a remedy against the ones that are dangerous. So letriois. And he wanted to try that. He wanted to find out. So what did he do? People, you're going to love this. Here's a little bit of the horror. He used them on bad people. Bad people who had been sentenced to death. Look at that pluperfect there at the end of that sentence for the Greeklings that are following. That's gorgeous. who had been sentenced, right? Right? Oh, God. Oh, God. What did he subject these people to? This is what it says at the bottom. I wish we had some pictures, Chewy. He subjected them to the phalangion. What are those? Those are the poisonous spiders. What else? Scorpion. Oh, everybody knows scorpions, right? But most especially the echidna. The echidna, the viper. Are you ready, people, for some viper? Give me your mat. Do you have any of the echidna? Because we're going to especially do the viper. This is the one that's so important. Oh, yeah, you get her raised on this stuff. Do you understand what I mean? She's even preparing it. She's preparing it so much the ends of her fingers are dyed purple. Constantly, she's got a constant infusion. It's absolutely gorgeous. And what does it create? It potentiates people. What is this lunatic talking about? Talking about Galen. He's talking about potentiating you. And who is doing this? Who's taking advantage? Of course, the emperors, because they have access to the tech. Right? Nero told his dude, go out and find this stuff. Right? Get the recipes. And he sent his archphysician out, dude. This is with all the money in the empire, all the resources in the empire, bruh. Do you understand why? Because it's a self-potentiation. It's a self-potentiation. Love it. Love it. Fantastic. How are we doing, Power Chew? We're doing good. We're doing good. Okay, I want to show you one more. Boom. And I think it's this one. Yep, here we go. Okay, here's our scorpions at the top and our echidnae, right? And all of those drugs. People, look, he tested drugs on people, right? What did he use? Aconite. Aconite. That'll kill you, right? That's Medea's thing, right? They're the ones using it. It's those Black Sea tribes using the aconite. Look at the next line. Here's the logon to thalatiu, right? The sea hare, they call it. It's a kind of a slug that apparently has a toxin in it that will knock you down, right? Mithridates is mixing all these drugs together in order to get a remedy. And Andromachus, the archiatros, you can see it, people, on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 line down, the archphysician of Nero. What is he doing? He's going to be altering it. He's going to be altering it. They're going to be making their own formulae. And that's what Galen is in the middle of. He's in the middle of a history of the cult drugs that are used in order to induce death and resurrection. And it's all through the echidnae. It's all through the priesthood of the viper virgin. God, there's so much here, people. There's so much here, but it gets make me small. Put the mat, please. It gets okay. Honestly, just between you and me, the problem that we have here is Galen starts to talk about what is behind the actions of the drugs and the drug combinations. And he's talking about like 65 different ingredients, including a base of venoms. Right, people? Apparently, if you're not on venom, something is wrong with you. And I'm not talking about like that one guy in England, right, who gives himself a little venom all the time. Right? I'm not talking about that. Okay, I'm talking about going through initiations that involve crazy levels of crazy materials in order to what? To induce a form of death and resurrection that begins with mania. Right? We're going to turn you to stone. Imagine this. Imagine this, people. See, we don't have this concept. Everybody can understand this today because you go to a rave, right? Or let's say rave. Everybody's using their drugs, right? And their ecstasy and all that kind of stuff. You go watch the lights and get off, and next thing you know, you gotta go get your extra pair of underpants, right? So whatever, love and peace and all that kind of stuff, right? That's the wrong mechanism. That's not Bacchic. Do you understand me? Not Bacchic. What we're looking for, because this is a healing cult, not a party cult, is we're looking for your inner oracular voice. And the only way to get to that is through a horror. We have to bring you to your potential. We have to bring you to your potential. And we have the drugs to do it. Fantastic. Do you understand? But these things are complex. And the emperors, of course, are doing it. Why do you think the emperors are undergoing this initiation? Same reason Cicero went to Eleusis and came back and, oh God, we should have done this whole thing. I say Cicero, but whoever went through it, you know what they all say? We should have done it when we were young. We should have done it. If we'd have had this done to us like Demeter to Demophon when he was a newbie, imagine what we could have done, people. You heard the music. You realize there's a way for you to hear music that you didn't know you had. Right? It's an awakening, people. Know who you are. Why do you think they were harping on that, right? And everybody comes out of it. Is anybody upset? Nope. Everybody's off to live the reality that they understand is real. Oh God, I love it, people, and it can be done. It can be done. Can we listen one more time to that? I want to give you one more shot at the ritual, and I want you to, I want you to thank, the whole thing. And but not now. I'll tell you. I want you to thank people. Remember, we looked in the text about Augustus and Marcus Aurelius, right? Who Galen is working with Marcus Aurelius directly. And this treatise goes on to talk about a lot of things that are going to shock the hell out of you, including the fact they got so much. Marcus Aurelius got so tired of the effects that the opium was giving him that they adjusted it back down. He did it himself, baby, right? Like he understood what he was doing with Galen's the one who's breaking down exactly which drugs do what things and what you're trying to do. And to be honest, people, when he talks about, I don't know what the hell he's talking about. I don't know. Maybe somebody like Hamilton or something ought to be reading that junk. You know what I mean? But it's gorgeous. It's the junk of the gods, baby. This is stuff this is the recipes. You think people would be interested in this? This is the recipe of recipes, right? And these people are trying to tweak it. And where all the knowledge came from? Listen to the horror. I want you to consider this. I want you to consider two things. All the knowledge of this came from human experimentation. People ask me all the time, where'd they get knowledge of the drugs? Is it just trial and error? In this case, no. This was human experimentation, because you got to see what somebody's like. If you want to bring somebody to a state of psychosis, right? And that's what the goal is, to bring them to psychosis and then kill them in a state of sexual climax. Okay? All right? Brain. Matt, tell us. They said the people died. The Pope. Almond looks fine to me. Did you see that? We got to go ahead to choke the Pope, right? It's fantastic. People are like, oh, that's so cruel. No, it's not, man. No, it's not. Absolutely not. Nope. No, I refuse. This is Satan's kingdom. For those of you who don't believe in Nemesis, bite me. Right? Nemesis. Justice in our age of lies, those things still rule. She is still a goddess. I don't care what you say. Love it. Bring me to your town. I will shake things up. And I will have a program, by the way, very gorgeous program. We will have the greatest defilement of all time. It's the Antichristing tour. I love it. Love it. Absolutely love it. By the way, it was sold out standing room only, which was great in New York, and great to see people willing to stand. Love it. Love it. Fantastic. And people, by the way, there was one person who stood up at the end and started saying loudly to the crowd, he's fooling you with blah, blah, hoo-ha, and AI translation. And I said, hey, bonehead, this is classical philology you've stepped into. We don't do AI here. Do you see me using AI here? I'm translating this to you, baby, right? Off the cuff. Why? Because I can. And those morons that people watch on YouTube, they can't. They can't. Right? Mr. Bible Studies. What is his name? Oh, God, I'll think of it in a minute. Mr. Bible Studies, who eats Greek for breakfast. You don't know this text. You've never read it. I guarantee you. People, what's his name? Bart Ehrman. You haven't read this text. It's why you don't know about Christing. It's why you don't know about any of the medicine. It's why you miss those points. But here it is, buddy. If your Greek is good, read it. And the funny thing is, I wish you could be in Bart Ehrman's head, because if he gets a chance to watch this and he sees the Greek that I just flashed up, he will crap his pants. It's second sophistic. I just read a sentence backwards to you. In order to translate it into English, I had to read it backwards. Do you think he's done that from his look at little Bible texts? No, he hasn't. You're cowards to say anything about Amen. You're cowards. Run. Or let's go on Danny together, right? You and me, Bart. I'll show you all the texts about Christing. There's thousands, right? Jesus, did you ever bother to check that stuff? Bart Ehrman, you'd think you'd check that stuff. You make a lot of money as a professor, don't you? What about all these guys? Kip, doesn't he make money somehow from the system? What about that guy, Dan? DuckTales, remember? Didn't he make some money from the system somehow? And all of you guys go down, because that's where you belong. Welcome to the world of Satan. Yeah. Love it, people. Okay. What I want to do is this is just going to be a shorty today because we're low on power. This is what I want to do. I need reliable, safe venues where I can go. So, for example, somebody mentioned Chicago to me in an email. We've almost got it right. If you have a place where I can go and talk and address people legitimately in a hotel that I can legitimately stay in, right? And maybe with a meal plan or something, I wake up and get some friggin' breakfast. Awesome, right? And I'm there for you. I'll bring my presentation. I'll bring my music, and the music will grow. This is just the beginning. All right. I want people to be thinking about who wants this, who wants the missionary journey, who wants that renaissance coming to your community, right? Right? There's a lot of power, people. You can give in and you can fall back into the Middle Ages all you want, right? The power is in this Greek, and we're taking it to people. I don't care. I don't care if Vlad's going to be shooting missiles at us or not. I'm going, man. If they'll have me in Ukraine, if you SOBs with all the courage, set me up to meet that couple of your lady snipers, will you? Because I've been reading about them, right? Oh, God, right? Australia, Australia too, right? It's all a possibility. It's all a possibility. Now, but we have to do it the right way, people. We just have to do it to protect me, right? Because people have warned me. They've said, look, and for those of you who've talked to me about security in the past and all that, maybe I should I should get in touch with you or something like that, just to get some heads up about the best things to do. But most importantly, I need my manager to be able to say, this is legitimate and this and this and right. And she'll charge you something to be able to make all of this happen, right? Like her hourly. So she's not sitting there. She'll be part of the congregation, right? Again, like I say, working with me. But she needs to be compensated for her time because she works. She has a full-time job and stuff too, you know what I mean? So, okay. I would love you, to come to Serbia. Well, okay. Then let's make it work, right? I would love to go to Serbia. Right? Would the Serbians like me to come there and tell them about democracy and ancient rights of kings like we just looked at, and Jesus Christ, most importantly, Jesus Christ arrested with a naked boy? Would they like that? I know the Scots would like that because they're already drunk talking about it. I know that. Right? Blessed Scots. Oh, God, gorgeous. Oh, up in Edinburgh. Holy mackerel. Now, I don't know about you, but when I go to a place, I go for one reason. I travel via woman's appearance. I do. I just watch the females of the area. I do. And I try to read the history from that. It's very interesting. It's something that I'd learned from an ancient Greek historian. Isn't that gorgeous? Fantastic. I live in New Scotland, also in Nova Scotia. That's new. I live in New Mexico, right? Fantastic. Salt Lake City. Here we come. Salt Lake City. Can we travel by beauty? Salt Lake City. Right? Oh, God, let the winds of the zephyr go to the White House. What? To the White. Should I go to the Office of Faith? Is that what I should do? Should I knock on the door? Be like, oh, dude, wait a minute. I don't think that you can do that. But if you could, who is this? Eliva? I'm not quite sure. Eliva? I'm not quite sure if I'm pronouncing that right. Excuse me if I didn't. But yeah, it's not bad. I could go to the White House Office of Faith and say, did you know Jesus Christ was arrested in a public park with a naked boy screaming, I'm not a child trafficker? And he's using drugs, people. He's using drugs they use in sex rights, right? Somebody's got to bring you to climax, right? Who do you think does that with Jesus? Is there a reason that Mary Magdalene and those lesser or greater letters of Mary, that they talk about her having to eat the ritual semen of Jesus? It's not ritual. He got it through a ritual, but it's not ritual semen. It's actual semen. I was able to say that in New York. I should have brought them the semen from Mary. Oh, I should have brought them more of the semen. You know, she didn't want it. Ontario, the Canadians, enlightened. You know, I believe, despite what the maggots say and the modern fascists and all that, people destroying the American Constitution, and the people who the greatest generation would, by the way, won't spit on in the underworld, because that would give them relief for a moment. All of those people, you don't recognize the Enlightenment that is part of Canada and Canadian history, in addition to all the, frontier stuff. You don't recognize it's in the people, right? Canadians are not stupid. They see you for what you are. It's fantastic. Just like the French saw what was going on with the Germans, right? In WW2, right? Oh, God. Oh, God, proceeds to continue, but butt clenching. Huh. Not quite sure what to do with that. I'm just running my power out until I'm done. But seriously, oh God, let me give you the music one more time. This is from the Priest of Apollo. And wait a minute, people, I want you to realize Julius Caesar is hanging Medea's portrait in the Temple of Venus. The Temple of Venus, not just any Venus, the Temple of Venus Genetrix, the originator, right? The producer. Everything that is Rome comes through Medea. If you understand that, you'll make the connection to the right. Okay. Now, hear the horror that must begin it. Can we induce the mania? Can we bring back the Bacchic purge? Listening to the void, right from the depths. There's more to come. The gateway is opening, and from that, the voice of the muse returns. Love it. They couldn't do it in the Renaissance, people. Do you know why? Because they didn't have the lightning. Now we do. And now it's time for the Son of God. Thank you for coming today. Hail Satan.
Lovely Diana, reign with magic, death elusive. Darkest dreams come true, kisses for you. Her arrows darken the sky, a flight of ravens flying through. Orphic hop, Dark Lord melody shining through. Death inducer, raining blood, bite your lip. Bellissima in the vampire dress, cracking leather whips. Rain with your magic. Hail Satan, spells of Lucifer. Hail Satan, Catherine of the wheel. Hail Satan, the lake of fire is clear. Sing the muse. Rain with magic, death inducer. Darkest dreams come true. Kisses for you. Goat head soup, it's magic. You can have a giant rubber. Devil in a tight dress. Whiplash. Do androids dream of electric sheep? Mr. Sandman with the hot purple anointing cream. It knocks him out. The drugs weigh a ton. Snow blonde, do your makeup. Girl, be my private dancer. Hecate says I'm her main squeeze. Lucifer, the light bearer. Murder Levine.